Hey guys, it's 2:39 p.m. Monday, May 25th. And this is like a little bit of a hard, confusing video because God showed me in a vision, probably, and I was remembering back through some of the things that I didn't share. But God showed me in a vision, let's see, it might have been the end of last year or the beginning of this year, like a few months ago. I can't remember, but he showed me my aunt and my cousin. And the way God showed me in this vision was that I was like, I could see, it's like I was at this industrial factory building or something. And what I was shown was very surprising. It made me very uncomfortable, kind of what God showed me. And so how the dream started out, like dream vision started out, was that the door to like an office up these metal stairs, I think it might have been 2 or 3 flights, opened. And on the inside, straight through the doorway, I could see a kind of like a mattress, some sort of fluffy mat or mattress, some blankets laying there. And I saw there were children laying there. And they were in distress. They were scared. And there might have been like an older girl and like a little boy, or it might have been 2 girls. I can't remember. There were 2 or 3 children there. They were all Caucasian. They all had light hair. And I perceived that to the left of that area they were laying on the floor, there was like maybe a desk. It was more of the office part of it. And I knew my aunt had let my cousin go in there alone or something like that, or she was in there with those kids. And I knew there was some sort of like sexual thing going on with those children between them. And I knew that the situation was like, oh, was it good? How did it feel? It was something like that. And the kids looked scared. And I was thinking, should I share this or shouldn't I? And I do believe that I should share this. Because why would God show this to me? I've had this channel since 2017. I've shared lots of dreams and visions and God told me when I first started dreaming, he said, save the children. So I believe that this video might do that. It might bring awareness to things, to what's happening to children in a state. Like give people ideas. Like, these kids aren't just like lost. They're being put in places, right? So, but I knew the situation wasn't good. I knew that they were being locked in there. I knew they sure in heck didn't live there, right? They're laying on this temporary bedding pad on the floor. And I knew that something sexual had just taken place with these little baby minors, okay? And so then what happened was, so my cousin seems kind of weird about it, but it did happen. I knew it happened. And my aunt seems like, she had graduated somehow. It was the weirdest thing that I picked up from that dream. And then my aunt proceeded to walk down the stairs, and then my cousin followed. And from my cousin, it seemed like there was some like remorse, like she did not want to do that, but it did happen. And my aunt seemed happy about it, and it was like this mini molestation graduation type of thing between them. It was very odd and it was very weird. And so I'm going to share this, and people would say, well, why don't you call the police? Well, I'm estranged from them. I don't have a good relationship with them. It's not like that. And, once in a while there was a Thanksgiving holiday or whatever. And what am I going to tell them? I had a dream, so, but I want to bring awareness to you about these sorts of things. And, pray for the children. Pray for families and pray for the children. And I love you guys, and God bless.